guys. Been a little, been a minute since I've been really out in the shop. I gotten a little bit of work here done here and there, but this week I was really kind of focused on applications and stuff. It's been raining a lot too, so it's just not as enjoyable being out here in the shop when it's pouring. What's up, Nick, Juan, Aaron, Sweet Lou, both Aaron. So today we got a couple options. I got a couple customs that I think I'm going to try to get done. I actually have to grab the blank over there. A couple customs I think I'm going to try to get done. What's up, Mike, Thomas? And then I got this Yeti comb that's kind of just sitting over here too. So maybe we'll get into a Yeti comb. I don't know. I don't know how long I'll go today. But it's been a little while. So I got some really, really cool blanks in the pot right now. Including another honeycomb in case anybody's interested in a honeycomb. What's up, Dan? This one is going to be like a translucent, it's translucent, but it really kind of comes out as like a dark purple with depth as the comb, and then like a nice bright gold with almost like a little speckle as the like opaque around it. So I got that in the pot right now. If Eric pops in, maybe we'll do his 36 millimeter. No, I did not, David. You probably heard the air compressor. Definitely not that though. So other than that, that's kind of what the order of business is today. I've got, let me get the other blank. Maybe we'll do a wood one. I don't know. I'm probably getting a little ambitious. Actually, I misspoke. Not his 36 millimeter brush. His 36 millimeter is already made. I have to make Eric's 40 millimeter brush. Which the update on the Megazord brushes, I might not call them Megazord. They might end up being Kaiju brushes. The knots have arrived, so we are officially in the testing phase of the Megazord / Kaiju brushes. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna call them yet. So the knots have arrived. I have been lathering with them, and they are actually pretty incredible. Oh, nice, Ben. I am from Syracuse, New York, so we are heavy like Iroquois. I personally am Mohawk, part Mohawk and Cherokee, but nice to have you in the house, my friend. Kaiju or Megazord sounds killer. Okay, awesome. Sounds good, Big Bob. Appreciate the feedback on that. So, blanks we have today, if my buddy pops in, I've got a custom Buffalo Bills brush, speaking of Ontario, Canada, custom Buffalo Bills brush that I will get to turn in, and then I'm going to give some people a little Cayuga, that's another popular one, another prevalent one up there. This is a sparkly red blank. If Miss Ashlyn pops in the chat, that one is for her husband. And then if Barry joins, I've got his custom ready too. So that's kind of what we're gonna go with. I haven't been turning as much lately. So I think we're gonna do like just a quick little warm-up blank. I think this one will be okay, but it was poured kind of hot, so there might be some air bubbles in there, but we're gonna go ahead and crack into that one first, just kind of get the bug off the back. And I'm gonna try out one of these new tools. So that's kind of it. Other updates, if anybody is interested in an Abominable Creations brush, I do have 17 somewhere around 15 to 17 new handles that are ready to be shipped out. Just get a hold of me. Let me go ahead and put my glasses on and get that vacuum going. Check the camera angle too. Oh, thanks, Ben. Camera angle's looking good. Just zoom in just a touch. Let me get my light out the way so I can see better. All right, there we go. I have no idea if you can sue for Narton. I don't even know what Narton is, but good luck with that if you can. All right, let's go ahead. And this one, we're gonna warm up with a jar style because I do have a new tool that I wanna kind of test out with a jar style. Just a very basic wood turning tool, but I actually screwed one of mine up, sharpening it early on. Yeah, definitely some air bubbles on top there, so let's just keep kind of trimming it back. Keep trimming it down, we might end up with a stub. Alright, well, it's still loaded with air bubbles. We're going to flip her around. Yeah, we're going to flip her around, and then hopefully that'll get trimmed off with the coin hole and how we round it. But like I said, this is more so, I don't want to embarrass myself with a new tool, but I also have no shame, so if I do, then I do. Yeah, the bottom is turning way better. Now this is the new tool. This is just a round nose scraper that I kind of gave a negative rake to on a grinder. We're gonna see how she does. It's really good for rounding like little coves. Perfect for like these jar styles. Oh, it already feels like it needs to be sharpened again. It's kind of crazy. But I am liking how that cove is looking on that jar already, though. And this handle is just like a very basic, just like green and purple. Yeah, this one won't get, I mean, the colors look awesome, but this one wouldn't get sold. This is loaded with air bubbles. If somebody really, really wanted it, I would hyper discount it, but this wouldn't be one typically that I would sell. I love doing these little jar styles because each one of them can be so unique. They're all like a jar shape, obviously, but some of them flare, some of them are narrow, some of them have like a different collar to them, some of them are short, but they're just really fun because you can add variation without making it like hyper varied. What's up, Barry? So you can see the green in this is really cool, but this one's just loaded with a bunch of little air bubbles. And the purple looks really good too. What's up, Wes? I am gonna hit that scraper on the grinder real quick. Somehow it's already dull. I only used it on like, I think I only turned one thing with it yesterday, testing the edge. So I'm gonna go hit the grinder real quick. Try that. This one's gonna be nice. It's gonna be kind of like a. I'll probably just keep this one for myself unless somebody really wants it. But it's gonna be like really like nice and bulbous in the back. And the nice thing when you add that negative rake yourself is that you have that added layer of forgiveness on the tool. And I can just lighten up the pressure and do some surface refinement myself. sucks because that pour is pretty cool. How do you guys feel about, I would call it more plain Jane, but it's not really plain, but just a two-color pour like that, where they just kind of shine off of each other. Like that looks pretty cool to me. And I'm not even going to bother What's up, Eric? All right, so you guys like the kind of just the two color then? Yeah, I love that. I love the kind of bulbous jar styles like that. To me, they mold to your hand. I've done some where I kind of narrow it like that. To me, these ones are just much more ergonomic. All right, I'm just gonna flash this with some alcohol so you guys can see the pour. But like I said, unless somebody absolutely fell in love with that, that one probably is just going to go into a pile because it's got some air bubbles on it. And I think I custom made that purple. What's up, David? Yeah, I did. I remember what that purple is now. I made that one. That's a concoction. All right, I'm gonna set that over into the pile of misfits. All right, so Barry's in here. Barry, is this the style jar that you'd like? What's up, Rabbit? What's up, Dan? Yeah, it's definitely Joker. This is what it was supposed to look like with gold in it too. And then the gold got so hot that it literally set up in the cup. So that's why this one ended up just green and purple. I did. So I think you want like a flared. I've done similar to that. I have one in the house. You just kind of want like a flare to that. From what I remember, the picture was basically just a jar style with a little flared tip on the top. But if that's what you're looking for, then we'll go ahead and get yours rolling right now. You want it like about that size too? This is, let's see, where did my calipers go? I want to say this is probably 2.5 inches tall. There they are. This is actually 2.3. Okay, I'll shoot for, I could do it this size, or where's the other one? This is a bit shorter. This is more of like my concussion style shape. And this one's like practically micro. Jordan, you want it like this? What's up, Amanda? Sweet Lou, that little stubby one is, this is really cool. It's like a little Aurora in there. That one is available if you want it, Sweet Lou. That one's actually all finished. I just haven't taken it in the house yet. All right, so Barry, I'm gonna shoot for somewhere between those two because it sounds like you want kind of like a stubby. And then Barry wanted, I can't remember all the colors. Actually, I think I can. I want to say it was primarily orange, gray, black, and white. So that's kind of what his is gonna look like. So just message me, Sweet Lou. I think that one's got some air bubbles in it, so I'll discount that one. That little stubby one. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. This one might be really cool. What's up, Dino? I am making spaghetti. As long as you bring the garlic bread, we're good to go. And then Barry, you wanted a 26 millimeter knot, correct? Drilled for 26. That's a very nice sentiment, Jeffrey Dean. I think we all kind of struggle with that from time to time. Barry's going to want that collar flared. I'm just going to mark that real quick. lip is getting sharp. There we go. Alright, let's flip her around. Actually, I might take just a touch more off. I'll tell you what, that pour is turning out really, really nice. This one is for Barry. So yeah. Catch up on comments here real quick. Barry, what are you thinking? Looking good? She's looking good. Chip out right there, but luckily that's the round part, so we should be able to fix it. Why is it chipping out? I'm going to do the coin hole real quick. chip outs made like a little bit of a high spot right here, so I'm just trying to round that out just a little bit. Alright. All she wrote. I'm not gonna lie, Barry, I was sweating a little bit. I didn't think I put too much pressure in right here, but apparently I did, and those chip outs almost almost made me re-pour. I think you ended up with the perfect little medium between the one I just turned and that little stubby. So hopefully this is kind of like right in your wheelhouse. Pour is nasty though. I actually really like that pour. That was a great call on those colors. Barry. That gray really kind of sets it off. I'm happy it seems like well, I don't know how you feel about it, but to me, the ratio of orange, I'm actually really happy with. I'm still getting dialed in with like proportions of colors, because if you say you want something that's like mostly red or mostly blue with black and white, you wouldn't believe how little of the actual other tertiary colors you would need without it taking over. For example, this one, let's just say this was a 170 gram blank. 120 grams of it was orange. And I think, what is that, 15? Yeah, about 15 grams each was gray, white, and black. And you can still see just kind of how prevalent they are despite that dramatic amount of orange in there. I have some butter yellow. I could do one in butter yellow if you want. What's up, Mike? Oh crap, Mike, I didn't get you tracking info yet. I gave Rabbit his because he was on Messenger, and then I went to copy and paste yours and send you yours, and I think I saw a squirrel. So just remind, I got yours shipped out yesterday, Mike. I just got to get you tracking info. Oh, okay, perfect. Actually, Barry, that does look pretty close to that, from what I remember, the picture that you sent me. Check comments here in just a second. since this is for Barry, we will go ahead and just get this wet sanded and out of the way. All right. This is how we looking, Barry. Oh, Wand, I messaged you tracking info, right? For the giveaway brush? I finally got that one in the mail. Yeah, that gray. You can see how that gray and the black almost kind of layered a little bit. That looks awesome. That was a great call on those colors. Okay, perfect. Sorry, I have a million things going on at once. Oh, where'd I put my water? What's up, Thomas? Oh, it ain't water for me. It's water for the brush. But I do need some water. Oh, thanks, Dan. How did we get into the water boy quotes? I love it. From a glacier in Alaska. It's very special, H2O. I can't even get my sausage fingers down in there to grab that. Oh my lord. I'm just gonna go with some new sheets. What's up, Josue? We got chicken wing in the building. What's up, Mohammed? This is a custom for Barry. But it sounds like it might have to make a return. Meatloaf sounds good. You ever do a smoked meatloaf? pour me another. That's right. Texas doesn't have a wild hog problem or anything, do they? I thought y'all celebrated them. All right. Ready for the next phase. How's that, Barry? Kind of like a really nice little medium between these two. That's why I love these jar styles. They're all the same, but they can all be different too. Awesome. I'm glad that the wife approves. All right, let me get this all, get the chuck switched out. Is Steve Cooper or Ashlyn, Miss Ashlyn or Miss Ashlyn's husband, are they in here right now? If they're not, I had a shape inspiration yesterday that I vaguely still remember that I might do on this other handle. Yellow instead of orange. I could see that. This is a really cool shade of orange that I use too. It's got like a metallicness to it. Yeah, that's gonna, I mean, look how shiny it is right now just with, and that ain't even been polished yet. That's just from wet sanding. I can see that though with yellow. All right. Catch back up. Oh, Nick's probably long gone, but see you, Nick. Got back from taking the pup to the dog park. I could argue you could go wrong with volunteer colors, but I'm not afraid to pour them. Whole lot of love handle. I think I did, actually, Mike, I don't know if I told you that. I think I did end up calling it Tokyo Drift on the thank you note to your brother. Oh, thanks, Gina. If you're still in here, I appreciate it. Some call it a problem. I call it an endless food supply. What's up, Brett? Yeah, I've got more of that orange in that. If anybody wants any other orange ones like that, just put it away. Super secret. Good stuff. All right, I have not seen anything from Steve Cooper or Miss Ashlyn or her husband. So we're gonna do this kind of copperish, sparkly one. I think we'll have enough room for my mind's eye. We'll see kind of what we do with that, for sure. Smoked meatloaf does sound delicious. I don't know why on this live I got a hankering for like a Chipotle or like a chips and queso. Sparkle Gator. There you go. What's up, YouTube inmate? Neon orange and smoke gray. Yeah, I could see that for sure. Actually, YouTube inmate, I do a 20-hour fast every day, so already on top of it, bud. Appreciate you. Neon orange with the smoke gray. I could see that. All right. Let's go ahead and crack into this one. All right, let's get into it. I got a shape in mind. Let's get rolling. Adjust the camera. All right. Oop, we're still in reverse. Alright, let's check in on it. Actually, there's a little flake right there I gotta get off. Oh, this one's gonna be cool. I don't know if y'all can see that. why the power just flickered. Look at the ribbons. Alright, I gotta think about how I had this vision in my mind. Probably my tool rest height. Alright, well, oh well. That sucks. Well, we finally got down to the socket, so that's crazy. They actually weren't even that narrow until then. Boy, that pour was going to be really cool. Oh well. I do not. I just put just normal coins in them, Barry. I mean, realistically, all of my handles are less than perfect, so it's tough. I mean, this is still kind of shaping up to be what I wanted. It's just not going to be sellable now, but and that's what happens when you get too narrow on the collar. All right, let's go ahead and do that Bills one. Get caught up on the comments here in a second. So that last one, I'm in my head, I have like a very like, it's almost like a really narrow neck to it. So it's almost like flared like that one was. And then it kind of gets really slender. But it's got to be wide enough around the collar to where it's not going to get too narrow by the socket, and then it starts to narrow. And then it gets really bulbous on the back end. So I'm going to have to try another one like that. But that chip out just absolutely destroyed everything. And I don't know if it's, I think my tool rest probably, because I was getting so narrow, so I probably needed to adjust my tool height. That's probably what happened there. Oh, what's up, Phil Sharp? Let's see. Insubscribe. Is insubscribe with a U or an I? Rick Hunt, these are shaving brush handles, my friend. All hot and lathered. That's right, baby. True stubby. Yeah, there you go. I mean, theoretically, I don't know, that other one is pretty short. I mean, if he's still in here, Rabbit, I just want to make sure he's got my if he does unsubscribe to my channel, I want to make sure he's got my Instagram in case he wants a shaving brush handle. But he can unsubscribe all he wants. I ain't holding anybody hostage. I don't really think I know any Michael Hunts. I know a Tom Hunt. But, all right, we're going to go ahead and do this Bills one real quick. This is essentially the same pour that I did for my Megazord brush. Actually, we'll give a quick update on that too. So, since we have a few more people in here now. So the Megazord brushes, I think I'm leaning towards either Megazord or Kaiju is what I'm going to call them. Eric and I are doing the prototypes, so I got to do Eric's. Eric, you got to get me a handle shape for this 40 millimeter one. And we're going to kind of put them through the ringer and make sure that they're like feasible. Like right now, I'm making sure that like the socket, like the Forstner bit that I was using on the 36 was too big. So there's actually, there's too much space between the knot and the side of the collar. So that is one of the things that that I'm looking for. So I already made note of that. I got a new Forstner bit. So the 36s should be better. The 40, there's really no way around it. You can't really tell. It's still a little too big, but you can't really, it's really tough to find the perfect size Forstner for that big of a knot. But I do have the knots. So I've been testing them. And y'all, they lather like a dream. It's a 36 millimeter and a 40 millimeter version of my Avalanche knot. Still got a fuzz there. of my avalanche knot, and it is incredible. I don't doubt that, Wes. Definite tub killers. I'm breaking them in right now too. I'm trying to do like a lather a day just to see what the break-in process is with them. They definitely swallow soap at first, and you almost have to like overhydrate to begin with because they just eat so much soap into the knot. Not that it's not releasing lather, it's when you're loading it out of the tub, it just crunches down so much soap. So you actually need to overhydrate a little bit to start off. They are super plush, super soft, super novelty lathers. The 40 millimeter especially is like, it's like lathering with Marfan syndrome. But all of that to say, if you guys have interest in one, shoot me a message on Instagram. They are going to be more expensive than typical brushes just because the knot's 3 times bigger than my avalanche. The 40 millimeters like 6 times bigger. And the pour itself is essentially 3 brushes in one. So they are going to be a little bit more expensive. I haven't completely finalized the pricing, but just so y'all are aware, I'm thinking probably $115 for a 36, $125 for a 40 mil. That's complete brush, so brush and knot, and then plus whatever shipping obviously is to you. So if you guys are interested in one of those, DM me, get a hold of me, Instagram, Facebook. I'm going to have to, I think that we're going to be all systems go. I mean, the testing's gone well so far too, and I got to get Eric's second one finished, knots mounted and shipped over to him, and he'll go through some testing for it. What's up, AA Ron? But if you guys want a 36 millimeter or a 40 millimeter brush, go ahead and get a hold of me. They are wonderful. No need to be scared. It's only lather. Put me down for the pour you just did for me. Okay, so I do think that you guys know I'm not typically limiting, but I do think that I will probably only offer 2 to 3 shapes in those. One of them would be my signature shape, which is what I'm about to do here. Another one will probably be a jar style. And the only reason why I'm going to limit the shapes that I'll do them in is solely so that this doesn't happen. When you get that big of a ferrule, you need to make sure that you're really careful with all of the like not getting too narrow, like sizing and all that kind of good stuff down. So just to keep quality control at a standard, probably only going to offer 2 to 3 shapes in them. So that's the quick update on the Megazord brushes. But they're awesome. And then if you guys want pictures of them, I could go run in the house and grab them if you guys wanted to see them. They're pretty cool to look at. So that's kind of the update on that. And then mid-show update. If you guys are interested in grabbing an Abominable Creations brush, I do have about, I think I just sold one of them. So I think I'm down to 15 now, 15 to 17-ish, somewhere around there. 15 to 17 like fresh new handles that are like ready to be shipped out and ready to go. So if you guys are interested in any of those, just go ahead and hit me up. And with that, let's get back into this one, huh? Get the camera right again. There we go. Okay, get my glasses back on. So this brush is actually for a friend from high school. My cousin went to high school, and that's how we met. And then we've stayed in contact over the years. My buddy Steve Cooper, he has joined the live a couple times. And he is actually brand new in his infancy of exploring wet shaving. So I don't know if he's in here right now, but He reached out to me because he saw me posting brushes, and he was just curious about. He's got patchy facial hair, so he was curious if wet shaving would actually help his facial growth. So I told him absolutely, and it's just more enjoyable and all that kind of good stuff. No idea if he's going to fall down the rabbit hole that we're all down, but I told him I would make him a little box, a little care package. He would like to support Abominable Creations, so I told him I'll pour him a Bill's brush, which is what this guy is. And look at this. How about that? So, I'm kind of Jesus take the wheel for him. He has never had a brush, so I'm just going to do my signature shape. And he's a huge Bills fan like me, so I poured him a Bills brush, and that's what we're rolling with. So this is basically the same pour that I did my 40 millimeter brush in. But being that he's new, I'm just going to make him a very comfortable shape. Slap one of my synthetic nuts in it, and hopefully a new wet shaver is born. And I'm probably going to send him, I was going to do my Maxwell June SX, but I have been thinking of getting rid of my Razor Rock Game Changer for some time. I was going to sell it, but I think this is an even better purpose for it. So I think I'm going to give him my Game Changer 0.68 and 0.84. I think those would be great razors for him. Great razor for him to learn on. Kind of learn on the 0.68, and then once he's feeling a little bit froggier, step it up to the 0.84. I got a new tool that I want to try. expired. It needs to be sharpened again. That's the only problem with HSS tools, high-speed steel. You got to sharpen them all the time. But you do get a sharper edge, and you usually get a better surface refinement. Check how narrow I'm getting. Ooh, that's looking kind of cool. I'm thinking about giving him my Game Changer .84, and I have the .68 and the .84, so he'll probably get both. I'm gonna go sharpen this real quick. Wow, look at that barrel. What's up, Roots? coin hole real quick. I actually really like how this handle's coming out. Steve, if you're in here, you might not be getting this one. Bit of chatter like right in there. All right. That's all she wrote. I do not do the Macarena after 3 drinks, but I am known as the dancer at all family occasions, parties. I lead the dance floor. So you're not completely far off. Hey, Aaron. Oh, that actually has to get. There's still like sometimes the way that the pressure pot traps some bubbles in the molds. It traps like a little pocket. It's not an air bubble in the resin, but it traps like a little pocket in the like between the pill bottle and the mold itself, or the blank itself. And there's like these little bits of like pocket. Just a couple little specks. One tiny one left. All right, now they're gone. Okay. I had a lot of African American friends in college as well, that we would go to all of the clubs on Chippewa in Buffalo. And I would definitely be the guy, the one white dude in the club, out dancing all the other dudes. So you're not far off AA, Ron. Just not the Macarena. I mean, I'm biased as a Bills fan, but dang, this pour is beautiful. Some of these turning lines are really stubborn right now, though. I need a new piece of Abernet. This is hands down the best Bills handle I've made yet, for sure. I don't have a football in general Yeti coin, but I did make a very special coin for this one. If I can find it. It was right over here. There it is. This one's a reject, but it'll kind of show you what it looks like. So that's actually the coin that's in my 40 millimeter brush. Well, Bob, that's not necessarily true. They do play well. They just always seem to not get it done in the postseason. and it's usually with some sort of a weird call that they need to evaluate changing the rules for. Last year in particular, it was definitely, I mean, Josh Allen finally had like a bad playoff game for the first time in like 10 years. But I'm excited to see what crazy new way they find to rip my heart out of my chest this year. Because they do love to get creative in that aspect. I will not, Bob, just because there's a lot that goes into the coins. And I already have about 35 different Yeti personas. So unfortunately, I won't. If it's something that I can see like repeated use for, then I'll explore it. But like for now, I got to rein it in because I'm already at like 35 different coins, I think. What am I feeling over here? That's what it is. There's a way that like the Forstner went in right there that's almost kind of sharp. All right. Oh, I still need to do the coin hole and polish the ferrule. If it were easier to make my coins, I would love to do customs for everyone, but there's just too much that goes into it to do a different coin for every single custom. Unfortunately. All right. Let me recenter this because it's all wobbly. And then let's get that mandrel hole drilled. And then I reckon we could probably just wet sand this one right quick too. Right now, Steve, currently I think he shaves with an electric shaver on his face. So I told him he is in it for a totally rude awakening as far as the quality and enjoyment of a shave is, if he enjoys it. Look at that. Gorgeous. And we got that marbling up top. Still trying to figure out how to dial that effect in. Good stuff. I don't even know if the silicone mat makes a difference since I'm in Florida and this can't get the rust off the daggum lathe anyways, but we won't put it out. Ooh, that's way too fast. All right, on to the next one. Gosh, that is looking good. Shaving with the result. I'm excited to catch up on comments. I don't know what that is referring to, but oh, thanks, Barry. Yeah, this one came out nicely. I had a good feeling when I poured it. Actually, I got a couple. Hour and 33. Yeah, I got a couple blanks, or 133 minutes. I had a couple blanks in the pot right now that I can pull out. If y'all want to see some new hotness. Yeah, I think this will be a nice little first shaving brush ever for a new wet shaver. A lot of us start with some sort of a Samog or a Omega or even just like some unbranded thing from Amazon. Okay. All done. Well, ready for the next phase. But look at that deep red. Go Bills. All right, let me catch up on these comments, change this check, and then maybe we'll do one more. Yeah, these are not silicone. Matthew John Campbell, and welcome aboard, my friend. These are urethane resin, just like Rabbit said. All right, let me go back. Leotard comment. Oh boy, okay. Okay, which game changer? Tough marketing. Roots, if you're still in here, it is a wet shaving brush. Yeah, we get 300 likes. I'll take my shoes off. Oh, thanks, Bob. He shows up in a leotard and tiara for those family events. Can't confirm or deny. Yeah, Ron. That's one that I like had a chip out or something on. And I was just like, let me just goof around and try this out. And then the more that I actually used that shape in testing, it looks really good. The more you kind of see it, and then also something about it, it keeps all of the lather above the knot, which is one of the main goals. And then of course, super ergonomic, and you can hold it 18 different ways, however you want. Yeah, leotard, can't confirm or deny. Cam Scatabo in a Bills uniform. Raiders are the best at being the worst. Oh, I appreciate that, Barry. Yeah, it's a double negative being a Bills fan and a Sabres fan. This year the Sabres gave us something to root about, but Barry, what made you choose the Cardinals? I can 3D print stands. I do not make bowls yet, Roots. It is something I want to get into though. I actually just got a whole lot of like a literal lot of tools on Facebook Marketplace that have bowl turning tools in it. So I do eventually want to get into bowls. I got some life stuff I got to figure out first, but that was the plan all along. They say it's harder to learn spindle turning, which is what the brushes are, and it's easier to transition to bowl turning once you've done spindle turning. So I'm still trying to improve and continue to get better and learn with spindle turning in the brushes. And then I do want to eventually make shaving bowls too. Bowls in general, but shaving bowls for sure. American screwdrivers go missing, I know that. So yeah, so Matthew John Campbell. So these are shaving brush handles, but there's just handle in general turning. So like theoretically, actually, this is one of the tools that I got in the lot, where the gentleman that owned the tools literally just made his own handle. So anything that has a handle, yeah, theoretically, like you're talking about, like an Allen key or screwdrivers, theoretically, yes, I could pour resin like this and make a handle for those as well. This is just relative ground because I'm a wet shaver. Something I would consider if like years down the road, if I got into it, is I would eventually like to get into like pizza cutters or ice cream scoops, coffee tampers. There's a whole different variety that you can take. And I do wood as well, so I do wood turning. So I can do wood handles, wood shaving brush handles, screwdrivers, all that kind of good stuff as well. It's just shaving brush is just kind of what I'm doing now. But yes, you're absolutely right. You can make shaving brush handles for all of those things that you listed. Now, this one's covered in schmutz, but essentially, this is what the shaving brush handle would look like. You would take one of these knots. This is a synthetic knot. And then you would plug it into the handle just like that. Take like an artisan shave soap or a cream, whip up, and then just kind of gradually add water on your face or in a bowl. And then that is essentially what a shaving brush is. And then you would shave. You could do cartridges or double-edged safety razors, straight razors, however you want. That is essentially what a shaving brush is. So that's what I make. So iPhone covers, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. The hard part, you would need to have a very exact mold to pour the resin in. So like it would literally have, like I'd probably have to take, it's not a bad idea. I'd probably have to take like my OtterBox apart or just pour over it. It'd be a little more intricate, but you could do that. You just have to figure out the mold for how to pour it, but you could do that. Oh, thanks, Barry. I appreciate it, my friend. All right, should we do one more? Y'all want to see one more? Like Matthew, you'd want like a gold and silver shaving brush? I have, well, it's not silver, but this one is already made, is actually ready to go. But this is, that's got like a copperish gold in it. Kind of a cool color combo in it. If anybody saw the Hawthorne brush handle that I made for Josue, oh, actually, let me grab these blanks out of the pots too. The Hawthorne wood shaving brush handle that I made for, yeah, no worries, Matthew. Always willing to talk a little shop and answer any questions that you may have. Appreciate you being here. If you are not familiar with wet shaving and you want to get into it, there's a number of other gentlemen in the comments as well that are into wet shaving. I have my YouTube channel. Obviously, I've been focused more on brush content, but I do it is kind of centered around wet shaving. So I have a lot of wet shaving videos on there as well if you're interested or have any questions as well. But if anybody saw the Hawthorne jar styles handle that I did for Josue Live about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, I do have plenty more Hawthorne wood as well if anybody wants one of those. So just go ahead and get a hold of me. Yeah. All right, let me grab these blanks out the pot. We'll show some new hotness off, and then maybe we'll do a wood one. So, these ones are going to be badass. Sweet Lou, that was Paduke. I do have more of that if you'd like a Paduke handle. It wasn't the Hawthorne. The red one that you're talking about is Paduke, which I do have more of that. All right, fresh new blanks coming out. This one has one of those wild color shifters in it. It almost goes like red to like almost like a bronze. I don't know if you can make that out. And then there's a little bit more of that interference gold in there, and then some of that black as well. That one's gonna be wild. I tried to pour 2 blanks at once since it was a little bit cooler, and it looks like the top of this one got a little hot. So that one's probably gonna have to get trimmed off for sure. But This one's also one of those kind of wild color shifters. This one kind of goes from like a blue to like almost like a rich purple. And then same deal, some more of that gold. The gold and the black are two like primary accent colors for that primary color that I choose, and they just seem to turn really, really well, and they look amazing. So that's why you're kind of seeing a theme of some of those Disney villain vibes. Yeah, I could see that. So that's kind of why you're seeing like a theme with like a lot of the blanks that I've been pouring lately are kind of in that style. Just because I'm just kind of playing around with what I've got and trying to get some variations in there. So those are two that are coming up. Let me see if I can get this other one out. Sorry, y'all, give me 1 second. Resin got in one of these screws, so I got to deal with that. Alright, let's see if I can get this out. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so then the other one, as promised, that's going to be a beautiful, another honeycomb. And this is like a, for some reason this came out looking more yellow, but I think once it turns, it's going to be like a really vibrant gold kind of color. So that's like the actual comb itself is going to be like a dark purple. It's supposed to be translucent, but you can't see through it. There's so much dye in it that it's kind of like a deep, mysterious kind of purple to it. So that one is available as well. Well, it will be available, and I'm probably going to go throw that one in the. I'm going to go throw that one and those other two in the cooker, in the lab oven. And then this is the other one that I poured this morning. This is, again, like almost like a color shifting. It's almost like a magenta purple that I did instead of a gold, that kind of interference gold, I did like a blue. So I think that one's going to be pretty cool. Let me put that one back in the lab oven. then I'll catch up on some comments, and then we'll turn one more. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, today it's been a little cooler. It's been raining and not super heavy, but really overcast. So it's only about 84 in the shop right now. So it's freaking gorgeous in the shop right now. Oh, Barry, I will absolutely take some black walnut from you if you got some, for sure. If it's not too green, I'll turn a handle for you immediately and get it back to you. If it is green, I can dry it out in the lab oven. But I will absolutely take some from you, my friend. Yeah, Roots, I don't usually wear a mask. I should. I don't usually wear a mask with the resin. I should, because it does put off some fumes. They're not terrible, but they can be there. But I will wear a mask when I'm sanding any exotic woods or anything like that. So, all right, I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. Let's do one more. Which y'all want to see? Wood, resin, rabbit. You like that last one? We've got. So I have one. I did the one 3D print Raider comb. I didn't like how it tore out. This one is a 3D print Yeti comb. I don't know how it's gonna turn, but do have that one. Have this one is a resin cast Yeti comb. We could do that one, or that one's gonna be awesome with that white. That white is actually back ordered. I'm waiting for that to come in because I'm just operating off of the sample pack from it. Or I've got a box full of exotic wood over there. I've got domestic hardwoods. I don't know. See what y'all think. The world is y'all's oyster. And let me I gotta plug my phone in. I'm on 19%. Yep. So I did yours, Barry. And then I was like, okay, we're gonna flip the script. And hold on one second, sorry, y'all. How about now? I think I muted myself. Okay, perfect. Now my wife is standing here, so I gotta mute myself again. All right, now we're back. What do we decide? Do we want wood, resin? Suppose I could take another crack at that secondary shape. I don't know what's in this one, but this one looks cool. I think this is one I poured last week. Where's my water? You know what? So that one's got like nothing to it. That's all that's left. So that literally, I can't even do anything with that. So that's gonna go in a box because one day, I would like to take some of these crappy handles that I turned early on, figure out some good weights and like the little felt pads for the bottom, and try to dial in razor stands. The problem is gonna be like counterbalancing because they're so small, they're so short. All right, I'm gonna go dig out some wood and we might do the shape from that with that. Well, I did find a piece of mesquite. I think this one's canary wood, and I don't think I've ever turned canary wood, so we're gonna do that. Well, 1 second, I'm gonna cut it down. Alright. So this is canary wood, which is supposed to be like almost like a beautiful yellow wood. Yeah, Barry, the boss comes out and checks on me every once in a while. just to make sure I'm not getting in too much trouble. So canary wood is supposed to be like a beautiful, almost like a, I think like a yellow pine type of a deal. Never turned it, seen it. It's supposed to be gorgeous. We're gonna find out. Get the shield on. And I think we're gonna try for that one shape that I was trying for earlier. Oh wow, yeah, we still got some. Alright. See if it's too narrow to flip around. I need my check key. Nope, we're good. One little square piece left. There we go. Okay. That little boy back in right there. All right. So I have another new tool I kind of want to try. Maybe it'll blow it up. Maybe not. Basically, it's a much bigger version of my carbide tools. No idea if this is even sharp. I think it's dull as hell. Yeah, super dull. I do think this is going to be freaking gorgeous once it's done. I don't think I'm going to get the ferrule shape that I had the last time. I know that's got to be getting narrow there. Yeah, so we're just going to leave it right there. Okay. We'll go ahead and sand that ferrule, why not? I'm going to try really, really hard not to crack this ferrule. But this this shape definitely needs, I think the spindle got too narrow. By the time I think I roughed it down a little too much by the time I got it down for me in a square. The resin's a little bit easier because you start out as a spindle, so you can control the width a little bit more easily. So this, I don't think this is going to be exactly what I want it to be, but it might still end up being kind of cool. I have been enjoying getting back into my wood turning. Change it up a little bit from the resin. It kind of keeps me a little bit more honest with the finishing. A little bit more honest with like the technique and everything as well. And then also, it's just kind of how I started turning. So it's kind of nice to get back into getting the chips flying and like all of that kind of good stuff. I don't think you really have to worry about 600 lines, but I always cross sand just in case. Yeah, that's going to be really pretty once we get that finished. This is going to be like a version of it, I guess. It's not going to be exact, but you guys will kind of see, I think, kind of what I'm going for, and hopefully have a little bit of feedback. What y'all think about it? It's not supposed to necessarily be like a tall boy, but all right, now is the careful part. Okay. I'm gonna throw that live center in. I might have even over tightened that just a hair. It's not splitting, but it definitely seems like it will if I want it to. Actually, this could probably be a pretty good shape if you inverted it too, the more that I look at it right now. See if that negative rake turns a little bit better for it. Yeah. All right, that's pretty much it. The ferrule's not exactly what I want, like what I drew or what came into my mind, but like I said, we're kind of dealing with some narrowness just from starting off. Okay. Let me get a sheet of 220 out. Ideally, I'd want the base to be wide, or to be, yeah, to be wider too. So, like I said, not exactly what I wanted, but first one blew up. Second one, it's gonna take some dialing in. I mean, it's kind of accomplishing like kind of what I wanted. So it's not terrible. This is gonna be gorgeous, though. I don't think that I've ever seen a shape like this. It's almost like the thought almost kind of came to me like changing up a jar style shape. Um, and like really kind of giving yourself some finger cupping room up here.
I'm excited to throw some water locks on this and see what this looks like. I think it's just going to really pop. What's up, Rob? Sorry, guys. I'll catch up on comments in a second. When I do the wood ones, I basically finish the whole brush on camera, so like I don't want to say they take more focus, but like I just kind of I'm a little bit more away from, a little less involved. I'm excited. I've heard a lot of good things about canary wood. I mean, it turned really nicely. Like it was kind of buttery. It was almost like the perfect density for turning. Like it's not like super soft. It's not super hard. Because some of the exotics, they can almost be obnoxious because you got to sharpen your tools like every 5 seconds, or they'll dull like the carbide bits like super quickly. Trying to make sure I get all these 400 lines out. I do like this shape for this piece of wood because same deal. It's like my resin pours. I try not to get like, I mean, I'll get experimental with shapes and such, but I try not to get like super complex, or I like to either just let the pour shine, or like with wood, just let the wood grain shine and kind of do its thing. And I actually think this shape is going to look really good with this canary wood. This would be great for a freaking bowl latherer too, for sure. The goal is to come up with shapes that are great for both, though. I'm actually gonna get a new piece. That 600 has like almost no abrasion. So even just running the lathe like that with the 600 can like strip that piece of Abernet, and you're like not cutting anything. All right. Get that glove on, baby. I actually really like the glove. I've been doing paper towels until the live the other day, and then I started doing the glove, and I actually really enjoy the glove a lot more. Look at that. That might be a crack in the ferrule. I'm not sure. I don't know why a crack would be black, but all right. Hit it with some of that BLO. All right, let's get it out. Yeah, I don't think that's a crack. I don't know. Very interesting. Yeah, I know. I cannot pronounce your name, sir, but I know. What y'all think of that shape? Yeah, I don't know where Sweet Lou ended up. What's up, Zachariah? Need a fresh towel. All right. What y'all think? Kind of a cool shape? I actually really like it. It's actually, yeah, I mean, it's actually really, really comfortable. I really like the finger grip is like right in there. It's like just long enough to give you a little bit of distance, but not overly long. But man, that canary wood is gorgeous, isn't it? Definitely gonna have to refine that shape for sure. Catch up on some comments now too. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how that one came out. And just for like size reference, I think that's probably, where did my calipers go? Just shy of 3 inches tall. Oh, it is there is a crack in the ferrule. See it? Dang. All right. Well, I'm gonna keep it as a tester then, and just kind of use it till it bucks, and just kind of evaluate like this as a new shape going forward. Because that one's pretty good. Bob, we just did this canary wood handle. I mean, this would be more like, I couldn't even discount this because there's a good chance that that'll like snap. Which is why I say this shape, you need to have some width to play with. And by the time I got that spindle roughed down, it, but that is a beautiful canary wood handle, Big Bad Bob, that we just did. This is essentially the shape I was going for. The ferrule would have been different. I wanted it to be like kind of domed off more and have it like kind of go tighter in. But that kind of that principle, different ferrule, but that kind of principle down into like a narrow type of a deal like that. It smells like water locks. What y'all think? Shape you guys would be interested in seeing more of? Can easily do it in resin, as long as I don't screw it up like I did the first one. But that one, I gotta say that canary wood is a stunner for sure. So I have to do some more like that for sure. Anybody have any questions? Comments? A little recap of what we did do today. So we did just do that canary wood handle. Gorgeous. Actually, it almost looks like a more exotic cherry. Really cool. Then I did this custom Bill's brush for a buddy of mine. Look at how much that is, how glossy that is. Not even close to being polished yet. We did this Bill's brush. We did berries. Very cool colors on that one. Barry did a great job picking those colors. Big old white splotch right there too. That one came out really nicely. That was for Barry. We just did not get to the other custom, but my dogs are barking. I've been going for over 3 hours now, so I think it's time. Anybody got any questions? Okay.
I have not tried Fern and Shadow. Unfortunately, I am on a permanent, indefinite buying freeze right now with the job situation. So I would love to. It's all their stuff sounds really good, but unfortunately, I have not tried any yet. What did I use? I used still on the inside of my wedding ring. Barrister Man Reserve Cool last night. I don't know if anybody smelled that one. It's a take on Floyd Blue. Yeah, Floyd Blue. It's a dupe of Floyd Blue, and it is wonderful stuff. That's like a really got like water locks all over my truck. Let me get some steel wool real quick. But Cool is like a really good old school like 80s cologne barbershop. Very masculine. Oh hell yeah. I would love to, Rabbit. That'd be awesome. Which one did you get, Rabbit? Eric said they're all really good. I don't think I'm going to shave today, but... Oh, Barber's Ghost. Very nice. Did you do a review of it, Rabbit? I haven't caught up on your channel in a minute. I need to. Siraj, actually Siraj I caught up on his channel a couple weeks ago, but I think he's got a few more out that I need to check out. And Chad, I need to see what Shucky's been up to. Dude, Rabbit's channel gets me dying. That dude is so funny. Anybody in here that is not familiar with traditional wet shaving, go check out Rabbit Shaves, 10SC wet whiskey wet shaving, and then my channel has some wet shaving, has quite a bit of wet shaving content as well. Mostly it's been brush content lately, but trying to get this water locks is like caked onto this chuck. Dang. Last vid was yeah, those are the worst. When you're like, yeah, this one's gonna get a lot of people gonna love this one, and then there's like 3 views. Dang, this is not even coming off. All right, well, if anybody is interested in some Abominable Creations handles, see what I have in stock, feel free to message me on Instagram, Facebook. Like I said, I believe I've got, I think like 15 to 17 somewhere in there, ready to go. I've got a couple more if you're, if some of those don't quite strike your fancy. I do have this beautiful cherry one, if anybody wants a wood handle. This beautiful cherry one is available. That bad boy just needs a coin. That one is stupid comfortable in the hand. That one is available. If anybody would like a wood handle, that one for sure. And then I've got a number of resin handles available as well. But yeah, on that note, I'm gonna head in. I believe it is dinner time. Might cast some more resin today. Are there any color here? Actually, here's a question for y'all. Any color combinations that you guys have not seen me do before that you've had the idea would look great together that you'd like to see? 2 tones, 3 tones, if you want more kind of pours with the whites, with the black dyes, kind of like that Bill's one. Anything like that. I'm almost kind of hitting, I'm not going to say a creative wall with the pours, but like, it's always great to get outside perspective or ideas from you guys. Like Barry's brush over here, I probably wouldn't have thought to put gray, black, and white with orange. I probably would have done 3 of those 4, but not all 4. So, and that one came out really nice. So, any colors that y'all would want to see poured, because it's 81 degrees right now in here, and it's going to be in the 70s by tonight. So, I'm all about that glitter, bruh. I know you love you some glitter. Actually, I should do some that are just like black and glittery. I could do some more nebulous ones too, I guess. Yeah. Well, Rabbit, you can have your wife hit me up, and we can arrange a custom. If she's struggling with, does she know you like that? Does she know what colors you like? Or is she more, you kind of got to tell her what you want. I have thought about getting pastels. Oh, one thing I am kind of working on right now, the first experiment today did not go well, is an ivory bone color. Like making an ivory bone color. This is the first go at it. And it almost came out like cookies and cream Nesquik powder. So, not great, but I am trying to dial in an ivory color. Well, I mean, if she wants you to know about it, then you hit me up. If she does not want you to know about it, just have her hit me up, and we can get something planned. Well, I mean, I guess we got quite a bit of time before Christmas, but maybe we'll do Abominable Creations gift cards. They'll just be handwritten and mailed out, but for now. Sister Rabbit and Wifey Rabbit both sat me down intervention style. Yeah, I could see that. Because you weren't that bitten, Rabbit, until I feel like 2 or 3 months ago. And then I feel like you really, like, went down your rabbit hole. And now I feel like there's no turning back for you. Which is great. It's a fun rabbit hole to wander down. But I'm considering getting some pastel colors. I do have some like powders and stuff, but the powders get they get really shimmery, so they don't get like pure pastel. Like if you're looking for like a cream color stacked on top of like a robin's egg blue, they'll get kind of shimmery, which if you want that, that's fine. But like to me, the more pastels are pure colors. So. All right, on that note, gonna catch y'all later. Everybody, thank you for joining. Thanks for hanging out on a Sunday night. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day with loved ones and your family. And let's get after it this week, huh? Let's get after it. All right. See you, gents.